Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. I am Dorcas Yakubuzala, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. I now feed from renting out my house, says Buhari. A political party leadership told me this government gives them 50 million naira each, says Atiku. Afenifere demands Nnamdi Kanu's release, appoints Dele Farotimi as secretary. 3,690 Nigerians listed as U.S. mass deportation continues. Now, top on what's trending, former President Muhammadu Buhari says he lives on money earned from renting out one of his two houses in Kaduna State, taxing leaders on transparency and accountability as guiding principles while in office. Buhari said he did not corruptly enrich himself as president, insisting that Nigeria was a difficult country to govern because of its complexities. He disclosed this in Hausa while addressing the All Progressives Congress APC caucus meeting held at the Presidential Banquet Hall of the Government House, Katsina State on Saturday, ahead of the forthcoming local government elections in the state. Quote, "Nigeria is a difficult country to govern, but most Nigerians are unaware. You will not understand the complexities of leadership and the country itself until you find yourself in the administrative position of the country. I look much better and healthier now than when I was the president of the country. Anybody that sees me now acknowledges that I look better than before. After my 8 years as a civil president, I have only 3 houses, 1 in Daura and 2 in Kaduna. I have given 1 out for renting where I get money for feeding," he said. Now reacting, someone said, "The dollar wey they spray the other day, now from the rent where you they collect." Next one is from one Adnan Kosko, and it reads, "Baba, please stop fooling us. A Nigerian former president is paid pension that is more than what some sitting presidents are paid in some countries." And the last reaction on this story reads, "We appreciate your time and service to the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you for defending her sovereignty and unity. Despite the many challenges, God kept you. May Nigeria be better for it." Next on what's trending, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has cautioned that Nigeria may lose its democracy if it continues on its current trajectory. Speaking at a national conference on strengthening democracy in Abuja on Monday, January 27th, Atiku expressed concerns over the state of governance and political parties in the country. He criticized the transfer of challenges from political parties to governance, saying, quote, "Governance dictates to the political parties, whereas political parties should have been directing governance." Atiku also alleged that the current administration had been inducing opposition leaders with financial incentives. Quote, "I met with a political party leadership in the present opposition, and they told me flatly that this government gives them 50 million naira each," he claimed, questioning the sincerity of opposition leaders in fighting for democracy. He expressed doubts about the National Assembly adopting his recommendations for amending the Electoral Act, describing the Assembly as, quote, "rubber stamp for the government," but stressing the importance of individual commitment to democracy. Drawing comparisons with Turkey's electoral system, Atiku questioned Nigeria's electoral umpires' credibility and ability to ensure fairness. Now, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has expressed surprise at the Bauchi State Governor, Bala Muhammad's verbal attacks on the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike. According to Dogara, Muhammad's attack on Wike is surprising because Wike financed Muhammad's campaign to become governor. In a long statement on Tuesday, Dogara said he and others supporting Muhammad to become governor were shocked that despite being a former minister, he had no money to fund his governorship bid. Dogara said apart from Wike taking control of the PDP primary to ensure Muhammad's emergence as a PDP flag bearer, he went on to provide Muhammad with money and logistics which enabled him to win the election and become a governor. Now, one Tima Jomu reacted saying, "The fact that he had no money meant he did not steal and therefore can be trusted. Rivers State don't suffer well. Next one is from one Baba Awuzie. "Where did Wike get the money to bankroll his political campaign?" And the last reaction on this story is from one Austin Ike. So you are confessing to Nigerians that if you must win an election in this country, you need plenty of money. Next on what's trending, a member of the House of Representatives, Alex Ikweche, has jocularly said that his squabble with a Bolt driver in Abuja in October 2024 increased his popularity among Nigerians as, quote, the man that makes things to disappear. Ikweche, who was a guest on channel television Sunrise daily program on Tuesday, said he has moved on from the episode and has built a friendship with the e-hailing driver Stephen Abuwatseye. Ikweche represents Aba North and South Federal Constituency in the Green Chamber on the platform of the All Progressives Grand Alliance (APGA).
Well, of course, what happened was quite unfortunate, but I take it that it's an avenue for me as a person to also build a relationship with the young man that came. Today we're friends. It was taken to court, but of course the court found no merits and it was struck out. The video that everybody saw, it was a low moment. I felt the sanctity of my home was being desecrated. Of course, the part of the video where you people saw, is the part that people saw. People actually do not know what happened before, that reaction. Like they say, action preempts reaction. But whatever anybody must have seen is not indicative of who I am. Of course, I've been in the public space for a very long time, and there has never been any scandal about me. However, the young man is my friend now. I'm very close to his bishop, his pastor, and I've made a bunch of new friends. And today, the whole Nigeria now knows me as the man that maketh things to disappear.
The whole world knows you.
Now to the reactions. The first one is from one Bashorun Mo. Kindly make the poverty, unemployment, insecurity in your constituency disappear, please. Thanks. Next one says, I stopped reading at, quote, the court found no merit and struck the case out. Please, who has Dele Farotimi's Nigeria and its criminal justice system? I would like to read. The last reaction on this story says, how could he even say the court found no merit in such a brazen oppression suffered by a common man from a supposed government official and leader? Did the lawyer of the Bolt driver withdraw from the case? Next on what's trending, the leadership of the Yoruba socio-cultural group Afenifere has called on President Bola Tinubu to forthwith release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The group, in a communique on Tuesday, said the fair hearing of the separatist leader may no longer be guaranteed due to controversial and conflicting legal proceedings in different courts. The communique was issued after its general meeting presided over by the group's deputy leader, Oba Oladipo Olaitan, held at Isanya Ogbo, the hometown of its leader, Ayo Adebanjo. In the statement signed by both Olaitan and the National Publicity Secretary of the group, Justice Faloye, Afenifere argued that Kanu should be released in the interest of justice and national reconciliation. Describing Kanu as a political detainee, the group said there is no justification for his continued detention without trial. Now, one Chooks Mary for Life wrote, release Nnamdi Kanu federal government for reconciliation and national healing. Do the needful. Ayo Best is saying Afenifere go soon spoil because later they go want make he allegedly compromise to support bad thing. He go say no, na dear wahala go start from. And the next reaction says, for the sake of national unity and peace, I support the Afenifere stand. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now let's take a quick break. We'll be back in no time. Do stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed on Trust TV. Now, a magistrate court in Ilesha, Osun State, has ordered Rhoda Adu to pay 150,000 naira to her boyfriend, Olapitan Shola. She collected 3,000 naira as transport fare, but failed to visit him as promised. The incident began when Olapitan Shola transferred the transport fare to Rhoda, who subsequently switched off her phone and failed to show up. Feeling defrauded and emotionally distressed, Shola reported the matter to the Ayesho police station. Rhoda was later arrested and brought to court. During the trial, Shola presented evidence including the mobile money transfer and WhatsApp messages exchanged between him and Rhoda. In her ruling, Magistrate Akogun Oludare ordered Rhoda to refund the 3,000 naira, pay an additional 100,000 naira for breach of agreement, and another 50,000 naira as special damages for emotional distress. The court emphasized that the ruling was intended to deter others from similar behavior. Now, one Jeremiah Temitayo wrote, "For this, we have a working judiciary. I don't care what you say." Next reaction says, "Brotherhood is strongly behind you, Shola. You must be protected by all costs." And the last reaction on this story says, "My fear now, if women decide to retaliate by charging men who promise marriage to court, only one guy fit get 30 cases." Now, thousands of people rallied Tuesday in Niger and Burkina Faso in support of the withdrawal of their countries from the Economic Community of West African States, which is due to take effect Wednesday. Their imminent departure from the bloc alongside Mali has fractured the region and is leaving the ECOWAS grouping with an uncertain future. The three junta-led countries formally notified ECOWAS of their plan for an immediate withdrawal in January 2024, citing the organization's excessive dependence on France in particular. Paris has become the common enemy of the three juntas, which now favor partnerships with countries such as Russia, Turkey, and Iran. However, ECOWAS required 1 year's notice for the departure to be effective. That deadline falls on Wednesday. Now reacting, one Destil Exchange wrote, "They are still a developing country that definitely needs support. Cutting ties with organizations like ECOWAS is definitely going to affect them. I hope they don't later regret their actions." Next one says, "I see people praising them. We will all be alive to see the outcome. When Zimbabwe plotted a coup and succeeded, they conducted election immediately." And one Mike is saying, "ECOWAS has not allegedly achieved anything. They only served as mouthpiece for imperialists and colonial masters. They should sanction African leaders working for interests of foreign countries." Finally, about 3,690 Nigerians in the United States are faced with deportation as Trump's crackdown on illegal immigrants in the country. In a document compiled by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and removal operations and cited by newsmen on Tuesday, the agency revealed that the data is broken down by nationality and number of people faced with deportation. It also clarified that as of November 24, 2024, there were 1,444,549 non-citizens of ISIS non-detained docket with final removal orders. And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.